Hello and good day to all of you. My name is Manuel Vega coming at you with another live commentary. Or at least I think that's what it is. More or less, yes. I'm here at you because I want to talk about something that has been bothering me for quite some time. Months, well, days, weeks, months, I would say years. This is about college education and how college education has changed drastically over the last 20, 30, 40 years and how ridiculous it is to get a degree nowadays. When you're in high school, teachers and social workers and whatnot, you get this idea in your head ever since you're a child that you need to do something that you like for the rest of your life. They ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to dedicate yourself to do? What do you want to do for the rest of your life? Ever since you're a little kid, they ask you that question. And when you're in high school, you get pressure. They say, oh, you need to choose what you want to be. Do you have enough GPA for you to get in the program that you want to study in? And I find it quite funny that how are you supposed to make a life changing decision or a life determining decision by the time you are 17 or 18 years old? They expect you to make this choice that you are going to do. Oh, what do you want to be? You want to be a nurse, you want to be a doctor, you want to be a biologist, a biotechnologist, you want to do this, you want to do that, yada, 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 yada. And they expect you to take this life changing decision by the time you're 17, 18 years old that will determine the rest of your goddamn life. Let me tell you something. That is something that when you think about it, you sit down and you're like, huh, damn, that's a little too much for a young person to overtake, but it's basically like nobody cares because it's normalized or something. Another thing to take in consideration is what about the mental health of these young adults and the pressure that they get into? Because the pressure sometimes can be way, way, way big. And with big pressure, you are in doubt, and sometimes these things cause big amounts of stress when they put all this pressure on top of you. And it can be very harming for a person's mental health, and that can affect a person when they study, etc., etc. Another thing that people have to take in consideration is debt. Nowadays, studying in college or university, even a community college, can be very expensive. And you take scholarships, yes, but these tuition prices are way exaggerated, it's ridiculous. I have family relatives that have accumulated debt of over 100. One of my sisters actually has accumulated a debt of over $200,000. And you know how ridiculous that is? That if you want to become someone in life, you need to get yourself in debt? That is sad. It's depressing, actually. You're supposed to become a professional in life, and you have to spend over $200,000 to become somebody in life. That's just fucking ridiculous. $200,000 is just way too much money, and that money. Let's face it, houses, the prices of housing have become way, way ridiculous. Way too high. The working class now cannot even afford to buy a goddamn home, and you're telling me that you're supposed to pay $100,000, $200,000 debt when you can't even afford a goddamn fucking house? How is this even acceptable? And this is the world we live in today. You see many people with degrees, professionals, they can't do anything. And it's ridiculous how we have come to accept this as our reality. And that's not even the end of it all. You graduate, You get yourself a degree, you get yourself in debt, but now you have to go look for a job in what you studied in. And the sad part would be that you really, really, really give all this energy, all this time, all this determination for you to get a job, for you to get a degree, excuse me. And then you just can't find a fucking job. How is this even possible? What happens then? And come to think of it, what happens to those who change halfway? You know, myself, I entered college in 2016 and I entered in the program of biotechnology. I was in this program for 5 years, and it took me 5 years for me to accept that I wasn't good at it and this is not for me. You know how it is that that you spend 5 years of your life for you to realize that this is not for you? What happens to those who change halfway? What happens to those who probably will deplete their scholarship way before they graduate? What happens to me? What happens to those other people? And then you have the ridiculous professors. Professors that are cold-blooded, basically, who mistreat their students and humiliate them, and they tell you that you're not going to be anything in life. I've seen this way too much. It has happened to me. It has happened to many of my friends. It's basically it's ridiculous, you know. There's no need for us to tolerate that kind of shit. But then again, here we are, and just another day. It's just another day. SSDD, as they say. Same shit, different day. You just can't get enough of it. And then you have institutional abuse, because colleges and universities sometimes abuse their students and tuition and whatever. And institutional abuse can get very serious. I have been a victim of institutional abuse, and I'm not gonna get into it because that's a story for another day. If you guys want me to talk about it, you can let me know in the comments section down below. But it's very frustrating that people have to endure through all this crap, and you get this mentality that people are indoctrinated, that they teach you that if you're not anybody, you're nobody unless you get a degree. And it's very depressing. And the amount of mental and physical toll that people can get through, and the trauma, can be way more than enough for us to endure. I hope that this commentary can enlighten you a bit, and let me know if you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.